Hey everybody, this is Alex Helisek with Breezeway Productions, and we are here in Glasgow, Scotland for the Glasgow Film Festival. And we're happy to say that we just finished our first carpet for the new season premiere of Outlander. And we spoke with some really amazing talent, and we're excited to have a lot of interviews that are coming up for the films that are also going to be walking, including My Old School and The Banquet.
Hey, I'm Jonas Chernick, actor, writer, producer of the film.
I'm Jeremy Lalonde. I'm the director, writer, producer of the film.
Natalie Brown, actress in the film.
And Amanda Brugel, lead and writer.
Very good. Well, we have a wonderful team that's here today to talk about the film, so we'll start with the synopsis. Tell us a little bit about the film.
So Ashgrove is a story of a couple, married couple whose marriage is crumbling and they're struggling to hold it together. They go off to the family farm, the remote location, for a weekend to try to reconnect. And they very quickly realize that their ability to save their marriage will in fact dictate the fate of humankind itself.
Yeah.
So we have the small relationship story, but it's a much bigger picture happening as well.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's got a lot of stakes, so to say, because you have a virus that's going around in the water. I know that there were a lot of writers on the project. Where did that element come in, and who decided to add that?
Yeah, so it's a very unconventional process for this film because it's something Jonas and I started riffing on. We wanted to make a film in a way that's different from the previous films we've made together and independently. So we wanted something with a lot freer of a structure. And so how we collaborated was we started coming up with the initial concept together, and then we quickly made a short list of actors we were wanting to work with, and Amanda being the top choice for playing the other character that Jonas was with. And so we decided from that point, I'm like, well, why don't we do this as a collaboration in terms of writing, so that we'll all create the backstory of the world together and the characters, and then I would kind of take on the lion's share of like the outline work for the story, but always in conjunction with them, except for when I didn't, because we kind of structured it in a way that we could keep a lot of surprises from them here and there. So there's things that they knew, things that they didn't necessarily knew, and some surprises that came along the way. But we worked together to develop kind of the world, the story, and the characters.
Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of writing aspects. It's two of the top prospect for lead actors in the film. How did it come to you, and how did you start to work on this film?
I've worked with Jeremy before and just love him to bits. And also just knowing Jonas from the business and really admiring his work was immediately enough for me to say yes. But then on top of it, the idea that we were going to collaborate together, and I wasn't just going to be told what to do or who this character was, that I was able to have a hand in her backstory, her flaws, her tastes, was really enticing to me. I forget the question.
No, that was it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you worked together before. Did he reach out to you just saying, hey, we have this great film we'd like you to work on in this capacity?
Yeah, yes, that, but it wasn't really even entitled a film at the time. It was sort of just an experiment, and that's what the thing that was really exciting, was that Jeremy and Jonas keep saying that there wasn't a lot of pressure to be perfect. In fact, the idea was to be imperfect, and so that was really exciting. We started meeting and sort of jamming together right before the pandemic became something that we spoke about all of the time in September 2019. And so it was really exciting sort of just to get together and brainstorm, what do you want to talk about? What kind of character would you like to play? What are her fears? What are her strengths? And even in the initial process, it was really interesting because we would share a lot of our own personal information, particularly about relationships. And so these characters, for all of us, have really a lot of pieces of ourselves in them, and that was fun to play. I tend to choose people that are radically different than me, but this character is she's quite close to who I am as a person.
A lot of anger, a lot of rage.
Yes,
yeah. Situations, banging doors and throwing things and getting into serious fights. Which brings me to the dinner scene that you guys had in the film, which has a lot of tension and pretty high stakes, so to say.
So tell me what that was like filming for you as you were sitting there watching people really just kind of throw daggers at each other.
Well, that was my first day on set, and welcome to the party. As Amanda said, it was really it was liberating because there was a structure, but we were able to bring a lot of our own sort of personal stories, which I think was one I shared over and over and over again. And I've known Jonas for a long time, so it was easy to sort of drop him into some of the experiences I had and used in that scene. I worked with Jeremy before, and he only sees me as a pregnant character, it seems.
Apparently.
Had to plan an orgy, and here I was again, pregnant. And no, it was just really thrilling because we all had secrets, as they've said. And the trick was how to stay truthful in a scene while keeping the truth from each other. So that was really the thing that we had to work with, right? How to continue to stay truthful while keeping these secrets and sitting on them quite literally.
Yes, everyone definitely had their secrets to keep, and then as it all unfolded later, it definitely becomes very high-paced. In closing, if you were to showcase this film to audiences and then bring them into the theaters to talk about it, how would you say that this film is, showcased?
Yeah, so Ashgrove is a twisty, turny, intense drama with a lot of humor underneath it, and it's really important for right now. It is about a crisis that's happening in the world, but it's really, the focus is on this couple. And the film has surprises. So you think you're watching a certain kind of movie, and then at some point you start to realize that the movie you're watching, the story that's being told, is not what you thought. And there's a puzzle to be solved in watching it. And I think, for me, that's the most fun part of it. I mean, there's great characters, there's great humor, and there's great emotion, but the film is itself is a puzzle that begs to be solved. So I would invite audiences to come and try and solve it.
Right on. And in closing, is there anything you'd like to say to the Glasgow Film Festival for the official selection this year?
We'd love to thank the Glasgow Film Festival for having us for our world premiere. We're huge fans of this festival, having been here before. It's an honor to have Ashgrove having a world premiere in Glasgow. Thanks, Glasgow.
Thank you so much. I mean, we'll come back anytime.
Nice, very nice. And where can people go to find out more about the film? Facebook, YouTube, website, anything like that?
Yeah, we don't. You have official social channels for the film itself. Typically, you can follow me on Instagram, but currently my Instagram is hacked, so I'm working on getting that undone. But you can look for us online. We're around, but we don't have official social channels for this film.
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming to speak with me today, and stay tuned for more interviews on Breezeway Productions from the 2022 edition of the Glasgow Film Festival.